In this video, I'm going to talk about service usage statistics that's available in ArcGIS Server Manager in the Server 10.3 release. This functionality allows administrators and publishers to monitor services actively and better understand how they're being used by client applications. For example, you can answer questions such as, what is the total number of requests that my server site is handling over a given period of time? Or, how is the service request load distributed over a given period of time? Let's take a look at how this works. Right now I'm looking at ArcGIS Server Manager, which is the administrator console for an ArcGIS server site. I'm going to log in, and as you can see, under my Services tab, I can view all my folders along with my services. I have a Demos folder, Hosted folder, and Naperville folder. When I expand the Naperville folder, you can see all my services that are contained within this folder. To access the new ArcGIS Server Service Usage Statistics functionality, I click the Logs tab, and we've added a new sub-tab called Statistics. When I click on it, you can see that I have several different reports already generated from my server site, such as maximum response time for the last 7 days, average response time for 2 services, or the average response time for the last 30 days. When I click on one report, you can see that under my Naperville folder, I have 4 services, and I'm viewing the average response time for these 4 services for the last 30 days. I'm going to go back to the statistics link, and I will show you how quickly and easily I can create a brand new report. I simply click the New Report button, and if I check Naperville, now what's being displayed to me is the total number of requests for all the services in the Naperville folder for the last 24 hours. I can change the time period being reported, such as the total number of requests for all the services in that folder for the last 7 days, the last 30 days, or I also have the option to specify a custom time period if I so choose. In addition to that, instead of showing all the number of requests for all the services contained in the Naperville folder, I can uncheck it and actually select specific services. In this case, I'm clicking Building Footprints, Elevation Contours, Streets, and Zoning Districts. Another feature of this capability is that I can hover my cursor over one of these points and actually return the number of requests for a given time period. In this case, the Zoning District Service had 9,951 requests from October 20th to 21st. I can also report some additional information, such as the average response time for the services, the maximum response time in seconds for the service, any timeouts that may have occurred, or the maximum number of running instances for the services. I'll select Total Requests again, and I'll give the report a title. And I can save my report. Now if I go back to the Statistics sub-tab, you'll see my report has been added to the interface. And I can click on it, and I can make additional changes if I so choose. In addition, what I can do is actually take the contents of my statistics and export it as a CSV file. I simply click the Export button, and now it gives me the option to export it as a CSV file and also open it up in Microsoft Excel. Notice all my statistics information has now been exported as a CSV file into Microsoft Excel. I can click on all the records and then use Excel to plot the data into a graph or a chart. In this case, I've generated a line graph of the number of requests for my services for this time period. To learn more about the service usage statistics in ArcGIS Server, I can go into the ArcGIS Server 10.3 help documentation. Under the Introducing ArcGIS Server topic, there's a What's New in ArcGIS 10.3 for Server topic. And as you can see, we have a specific topic called About Server Statistics, which gives you more information. In addition, I can also access this capability in the Server Administrator REST API. And we actually have some sample scripts available to you inside the help documentation. And again, inside the ArcGIS Server help topic, if I click on Scripting ArcGIS Server Site Administration, and I go to the topic Scripting with ArcGIS REST API, you can see we have a couple of scripts that are available to you that will allow you to work with the service usage statistics, such as derive map service statistics from the ArcGIS server logs, and also querying the server logs to generate some statistic reports. So to summarize, at Server 10.3, ArcGIS Server Manager has a new service usage statistics functionality, and it's a new feature in the 10.3 release. It allows administrators and publishers to get some reporting on how their GIS services are being used. You can get information on the total number of requests, average response time, maximum response time, timeouts, and maximum running instances. These statistics can also be exported as a CSV file, and you can view it in an application such as Microsoft Excel. In addition, this functionality is exposed in the ArcGIS Server REST API, and as you saw earlier, we have some sample scripts that are available to you in the help documentation. Thank you for listening.